Let's look at some examples where we have to simplify expressions like the ones we've been working at, but where there is more than one correct way, and there usually is, to write the expression, and the multiple choice expects you to figure out all the correct ways that are in that multiple choice set. For example, in this first one, I've simplified 5 minus the quantity 3 minus 2x plus 4x. And there are two different ways to write the answer. Either of these is correct, and if this were multiple choice, you would have to select both of them. Here I have 3n, subtract 2 times the quantity 4 plus 3n. After simplifying, distributing, and combining like terms, there are two different versions of how to write this. And again, to get the multiple choice question correct, you would have to select both of them. So let me work two more examples step by step. The first thing I need to do, because I have a subtraction sign in front of parentheses, is change the signs of everything inside the parentheses. Then I can just bring down the 15 and the positive 5n. And then I can combine like terms. Let me choose a different color. Okay, so I see a negative 2n and I see a positive 5n. Let me combine those two. That's going to give me 3n's. And then I see two constants, 15 and positive 6. I combine those two and I get positive 21. But it doesn't matter which order I write them in. What matters is that they have the right sign. 21 was positive, 3n is positive. As long as they have the right sign, I need to find both versions of that if both of them are in the answer choices. Same thing on this next situation where I have to start because I can't, if we're following order of operations, we have grouping symbols first, then exponents, GEMDAS, that stuff. Well, the grouping symbols, the parentheses, I can't do anything with that because they're not like terms. So I can't do grouping symbols. There are no exponents. I have to start with multiplication and division from left to right. And the first one that I get is this negative 3 times everything in those parentheses. So I distribute the negative 3 to get negative 6, and then a negative 3 times a negative 5n gives me positive 15n. Same signs gives you a positive, a negative times a negative is what sign? A negative times a negative is a positive every time. And then I'm just going to bring down that 10. That 10 out front, nothing happened with him, just bring it down. Now combine like terms, and I see that I have two constants, a 10 and a negative 6. They combine to give me positive 4, and the 15n has no partner. Okay, so that answer choice is correct, but I also need to look to see, do they have a positive 15n written first and then a positive 4? Both are correct, and if they are both in the answer choices, I don't have the question right until I've circled them both.